Hey everyone, it's Cashew. Today's adventure brings us to Lexington, Kentucky, to the Kentucky for Kentucky Fun Mall. This used to be a parachute factory in the 1940s. Now it houses a very interesting artifact whose history is stranger than fiction. Let's check it out. Our adventure starts here. May the force be with y'all. Here's a very cool t-shirt of Colonel Sanders riding a chicken. As I travel through Kentucky, I see lots of Colonel Sanders memorabilia, so apparently he's a lot more prominent figure than I imagined. This is pretty cool. I've not seen a Colonel Sanders Halloween mask before. Let me see if I can get a closer look. For $100, you can get a preserved fried chicken drumstick. And for $200, you can get a preserved Kentucky Derby horse turd. I think I'll pass. It's funny, I see more Colonel Sanders memorabilia than I do Abraham Lincoln. For you dog lovers out there, they have a dog toy that's in the shape of Kentucky on one side and a fried chicken drumstick on the other. This really is a fun mall. They have all sorts of cool vintage things everywhere. Anyone remember having this deep fryer in their house? This is the state of Kentucky, made out of L8 soft drink bottle caps. Here's a rack of quirky items you can buy for your enjoyment. I gotta be honest with you, this is a little disturbing. Slicey the pig. Nothing gets the heart moving in the morning like a good cup of coffee and a hippo attack. And look who's hiding in the corner. I should have known. This place doesn't just promote the Cocaine Bear, they also promote Kentucky's natural resources like Cumberland Falls State Park and the Natural Bridge. This is really great for out-of-state visitors. They use postcards to illustrate notable places to visit while you're in Kentucky. This is a postcard of Cumberland Falls, Lincoln's birthplace. Here's a postcard of Mammoth Cave. And if you saw my vlog on Miss Elizabeth's grave, you'll remember I was able to get a shot of this from the distance. This is the state capitol in Frankfort. Wild turkey, anyone? Here's a photo op for y'all. You can either be Colonel Sanders or the chicken. I don't know if these are here for photo ops or they're just here, but here are some animal heads. Do any of you remember the TV show The New Zoo Review? This reminds me of Freddy the Frog. You can wear your Kentucky pride on your head if you want. Here's a collection of Kentucky stickers you can get for your car. Born and breaded. Kentucky and a Barbie doll logo. Kentucky is the future. Red River Gorge. Okay, now let's go see Cocaine Bear. And here he is, the Cocaine Bear. I'll have to do a lot of talking because there's copywritten music being played, but the Cocaine Bear, also known as Pablo Escobar, has a very long, interesting history. It all began with a man by the name of Andrew Carter Thornton II. He was a member of a family that was known in Kentucky for breeding thoroughbred horses. Andrew himself was a former narcotics agent as well as a lawyer, and he was even a former paratrooper in the military and received a Purple Heart. At some point in his life, he became a drug smuggler and was part of the ring known as the Company. On September 11th, 1985, Thornton was doing a drug run from Columbia to North Georgia. He was dumping bags of cocaine out of the plane and was going to bail out himself, and when he did, his head hit the tail of the plane and he knocked himself out. He wound up falling to his death and was found the next day in the driveway of a man by the name of Fred Meyer. When authorities arrived to Fred Meyer's driveway, they found on Thornton's body cocaine, of course, as well as night vision goggles. He was also wearing a pair of Gucci loafers with a bulletproof vest. He had 2 knives, 2 guns, food, and $4,500 in cash. 3 months later, when they found Thornton's plane, they also found this bear lying dead, not too far from a duffel bag that had traces of cocaine in it. When a medical examiner performed a necropsy on the bear, he found his stomach to be filled to the brim with cocaine, 40 kilos to be exact, that had a worth of $15 million. It was determined the bear died from multiple organ failure, a stroke, a cerebral hemorrhage, and hyperthermia. After doing the necropsy, the medical examiner gave the bear to a friend who did taxidermy. He, in turn, gave the bear to the Chattahoochee River National Recreational Area. He remained there until there was a forest fire, then he was put into storage, and there he was stolen and eventually sold to a pawn shop. Somewhere along the way, Whaling Jennings bought him and gave him to a friend of his named Ron Thompson, who just happened to be a friend of Thornton's. And Ron Thompson was known to give high rollers a good time in Vegas when they came. Ron Thompson kept the bear in his mansion until 2009 when he died. When Thompson died, the bear was auctioned off, and for $200 a man by the name of Zhu Tang bought him, and he kept him at home until his wife complained, so then Zhu Tang took him to his apothecary shop in Reno, where he stayed. When Zhu Tang died, his widow held on to the bear even though she did not want it in the house. In 2015, representatives from Kentucky to Kentucky Fun Mall contacted her asking to buy the bear. She said they could have it free of charge as long as they paid for the shipping. They did, and now the cocaine bear has its permanent home here. And hanging around Cocaine Bear's neck is a plaque that reads, Cocaine Bear, aka Pablo Escobar. Here sits Cocaine Bear. In 1985, Cocaine Bear was found dead in the Chattahoochee National Forest. He overdosed on 40 kilos of cocaine dropped by Andrew Thornton. You might remember Andrew from the Bluegrass Conspiracy. Don't do drugs, or you'll end up dead, and maybe stuffed, like poor Cocaine Bear. So that's the Kentucky Fun Mall, and it was pretty fun. If you like t-shirts to commemorate where you've been, this is the place to be. It's not your average thoroughbreds and bourbon barrel t-shirts to show you've been to Kentucky. These are irreverent, they're cheeky, they're quirky, they're fun, and you get to see the Cocaine Bear. And I had no idea what the Bluegrass Conspiracy was until I came here. So I learned something as well. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell. And if you already subscribed, and you know somebody who might like my channel, ask them to subscribe and join us. Down in the description box, I'll have links to my Patreon and my PayPal if you want to help contribute to my adventures. So until next time, this is Cashew signing off.